Hi. You and I have stuff to talk about, so I thought that maybe we could just talk about it while I drive. So, what do you and I have to talk about today? We have to talk about change. But before I tell you what's changing, I feel like I need to tell you why it's changing. A while back, I think it was in September, I was editing a video and I was almost done. I was ready to post it when a voice in my head said, "Why are you doing this?" And I mean, it was my voice. It's not like I was having a psychotic episode or something. I knew it was my voice, but it's like that wiser, higher part of me. And it was saying, "Why are you doing this?" And that kind of thing doesn't really happen all that often for me, that I get a really clear message like that. So when it happens, I kind of have to press pause. When I started this channel, I didn't have any particular goal in mind, except I needed a creative outlet. I was kind of in mourning from shutting down my store, which that was basically my creative outlet for a long time. And I'm the kind of person who has to have somewhere to put that stuff, that creative energy. When I started, I was taking care of my mom, which was important but not particularly creative. YouTube was a fantastic creative outlet for me right from the beginning. I put my heart and soul into it. Looking back at some of the videos, I was probably got a little too creative at times, but it really helped me. It really did. Once I started, I found out that I could also help other people with videos too. Not, like some channels have this very direct way where it's like, "Oh, we're going to show you how to empty your black tank," or "Here's 10 things you need for winter camping in your RV." And, not that kind of help, but in my own way. Like, I could tell people the story of my life, what I was going through, and the people who could relate to it would feel less alone. Since what I was doing was taking care of mom and building my bus, I kind of had, my obligation inside the house and my freedom sitting right outside of the driveway that I couldn't really access. I started hearing from a lot of people who were kind of in the same phase of life where they had put their dreams on hold to take care of somebody else. And they were telling me that it meant a lot to them to see themselves reflected on YouTube. So that was my way of helping. I think it was good. It was definitely good for me. And I think it was good for some other people too, that I was just kind of telling it like it is, for somebody in my situation. After a little more time on the platform, more people started to watch, and the channel started to have like this little community around it. It started growing. Some of you have been part of that from the very beginning. Then my mom passed and I started traveling, and more people joined that wanted to see that journey. So the community grew and it became the driving force really for me to make videos. So even though I never exactly spelled it out until the day that the voice said, "Why are you doing this?" I think I've always had these three, I was going to say 3 North Stars, but you can't really have 3 North Stars, but like 3 guiding concepts, 3 pillars, I guess, for my videos, for what I needed to get from them. Number 1, is it creatively fulfilling? Number 2, is it helping anyone? And number 3, is it building community? And not all of the videos that I have made have hit all 3 marks. Sometimes it's only 1. They're loose guidelines, but they've worked for me. I mean, at least they did work for me. But then we come to that day in September with my finger hovering just over the publish button and that voice in my head saying, "Why are you doing this?" And I stopped to apply my 3 criteria to the video. Number 1, is it creatively fulfilling? And well, no. The answer to that was no. It was not at all creatively fulfilling. It felt like I was just making a video because I was supposed to make a video every week. But okay, so number 2, was it helping people? I try not to get too twisted up in figuring out how something will help somebody, because, people find comfort in all kinds of different things. I kind of try to let people find their own way to it, but in my heart, I felt like the answer is no, this video isn't going to help anybody. Is it growing community? No, it wasn't a video that was special enough to bring the longtime audience closer, and it also wasn't going to bring in any new people. So no, the video that I was about to post did not hit any of my 3 marks. And that's when I realized that it had basically been kind of a drudge making videos for the past year or so, you know. And I'm doing something I love, but I wasn't really getting satisfaction out of it. I was kind of just doing it because, you know, that's what I do. I make videos, and because I promised myself that I would keep going for another year before throwing in the towel, because I have thought about throwing in the towel. And when I realized this, my first thought was, I need to stop waiting. I just need to quit right now. I mean, it's been 6 years, and I haven't even hit 5,000 subs yet. So most people would have quit a long time ago. But I didn't want to do something that I was going to regret later. So I just kind of retreated. You know, I stopped making videos, stopped really even communicating with you guys much. But when I really thought about actually stopping, that it didn't feel right. But then I started thinking, what would make me happy here? You know, what would get me interested in this again? Over the last few years, I've had some ideas, things that I wanted to do, but you know, I would just say, well, that's not really the channel, or well, those kind of videos won't really do well for me. So, you know, second guessing. But lately I've been revisiting some of these other ideas in my mind, and there's one that just keeps popping to the surface. And it's an idea that's sparked by what I tune into at the end of a long day when I just want to unwind. And I watch a lot of true crime and a lot of travel adventure, mostly traveling in America, with a fair amount of history thrown in. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a channel called Sidetrack Adventures, but like, he goes out and he finds ghost towns in the desert and tells you the story of the ghost town, and I really like that kind of thing. And then on the true crime side, there's one called Well I Never. It's this British guy who just, you know, he tells the story. It's basically I don't know if you'd say it's a historical story with a true crime slant, or it's a true crime story with a historical slant, but either way, that's what he does. And then my favorite true crime is a channel called That Chapter, where he just tells the story. It's his personality, it's how he interprets the story that makes it interesting and fun to watch. And at one point I wanted to start a new channel, and the second channel was going to be called True Crime Travel Time, which that would be a mix of these two genres, you know, true crime, and but instead of sitting at a desk in a studio in a fixed location with B-roll thrown in over it, and a big giant YouTuber microphone in front of my face the way most true crime videos are, I would add travel to the mix. So I would actually be going from place to place to the places that are in the true crime story. And I really wanted to do something like that. But the idea of starting a whole new channel, it's just not for me. I mean, it was a lot of work starting this channel. So coming from, you know, 0 subs, 0 watch time, to getting enough to get monetized and all that, it was fun, it was exciting the first time, but I would not be into it now. So I just decided, no, I can't do that. And I had put that idea away, and I never really thought about bringing that true crime travel time concept onto this channel. So you probably see where this is going. When I considered what would make me fall in love with YouTube again, I kept coming back to true crime travel time. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to start making true crime travel time videos for this channel. I know there's an audience for true crime. I know there's an audience for the travel adventure stuff, but I don't know if there's anybody who wants to watch those two things jammed together like this. But I decided I have to try, because it's that or quit, and I'm not ready to quit. The problem is those videos take longer to research, way longer to write, way, way longer to shoot because, you know, I'm following the threads of the story all over the place. One of the stories that I'm doing right now it's taken me all over the state of Arizona and I'm still not even done. But the bottom line is I can't come out with one of these every week. My heroes who I follow in true crime and in travel adventure, they come out with one every week, but they're big channels and I'm sure they have help. I don't have that kind of support. It's just me. I do the research, the writing, the shooting, the editing. So yeah, I can't pull that off every week. So here is the meat of the change. From here on, I'm going to be doing 2 videos a month, not 4. And first one is going to be true crime travel time, and then 2 weeks later, one nomad bus life type video a month. And it's only 2 videos a month, but that is a schedule that I know I can stick to. Maybe I'll be able to increase it to 3 in the future, but I feel like what I've been doing all along with this channel is I've kind of been over-promising and under-delivering. I feel like this schedule and this new type of video, it's going to let me, I think I'm going to be able to under-promise and over-deliver with this setup. But of course, I'm not promising to over-deliver because if I promise to over-deliver, that's just me over-promising, right? Most important for me anyway is that I feel really good about this in terms of my 3 questions. I feel so creatively energized by this. The true crime stories that I've chosen to start off with, they've been taking me to places that I never would have gone if the story didn't pull me there, and I love that. So the creativity is covered for sure. Whether or not the videos are going to help people, like I said, I kind of try to stay out of the way of that. And I know it's weird to say that you're going to help people with true crime videos, but I feel like I have a way of thinking about things that's maybe different than other people. I don't know. I feel like I could potentially offer a perspective that has something helpful in it. And then the third thing, community. These videos reach into niches that I have not ever tapped at all before. So I think they're going to bring new people to us. You know, that will kind of like liven things up a little. I don't want to alienate any of you who have been here for the long term, but I also don't want to keep making videos that don't make me happy and don't grow the channel. I want to do this because I think it can do all the things. You know, I think it can grow the channel and make you happy and make me happy, and so that's why I want to do it. If it doesn't sound appealing to you right off the bat, I hope that you will at least check it out and give it a shot. And if you don't like the true crime travel time, then I hope you'll still come back for the other video, the kind you're used to every month. There's one other change, and I guess it's a big change, but it's not really. I'm changing the name of the channel. It's just changing from Maximalist Minibus to Maximalist Minibus Explores, and I'm adding that word because I think it will help the algorithm to guide people to us that might like the channel. I know Maximalist Minibus has always been a mouthful. You'd think I would change it to something easier, not something longer, but you can still find the channel by putting in Max Mini TV on your YouTube browser and it'll still bring it up. And also the other big change is that I'm really working toward that 5,000 subscribers. Not too far away. Thank you. You guys have brought me a lot more people since the last video, but keep sharing. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and put on your little bells and all that stuff. Yeah, the next time you see me, I'll be serving you up true crime travel time for the first time. And I hope you love it. I really do. I'll see you guys later. Bye.